All right, what is up, YouTube? Yes,
Yes,
sir. We got
sir.
another interview here. He called this a podcast. I feel like, all right, maybe this could be a podcast. So, yeah, I
Oh
got my
yeah.
boy Jeremiah here. What's up?
What's going on, Isaiah? How you been?
I've been good, bro. I've just been hustling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see it.
Yeah, so Jeremiah here, he heard about me a while back. He joined the Discord a while back. He's in there. He got some information. He was in there a
Yep.
few times, and I knew like I remember the first time we talked, and I knew like you were dedicated, bro. You were dedicated, and
hmm
I could just tell like, all right, he has what it takes. You had a lot of stuff going on though, right? I
Yep.
think you had a
Right
girl and
there.
a job or two
Yep.
jobs,
Yep.
and so that was anytime I hear somebody got a lot of stuff going on, I'm a little skeptical. But
hmm
bro, you made it happen. So yeah,
Yes, sir.
tell us about the deals you closed and what you got. What you was just telling me.
Yeah. Last month, just March, I was able to lock up and close my first two deals. Actually happened in like a week and a half span. It was crazy. So we basically at building up a buyer's list. And what I do is email send outs, and I acquired a property. I sent it out at like 6 o'clock p.m. And then 2 hours later, off the buyer's list, I got a buyer saying, "I'll pay 198 cash right now, close next week." I'm like, "Let's make it happen,"
Yeah,
you know. But and so we ended up closing that one. Closed on another deal. Total, all I brought in like 7.5 for the month. Um, for the team, and it's just a domino effect after that. I got one closing this month, bringing in eight. Uh, close on two lots in North Kingstown. So I'm up in New England. Close on two lots. Got those closing May 1st, and then just luckily over the weekend with team help from shout out Rob and Kyle if they're watching this. Um, Locked up 21 units, and that's the biggest one so far. And that's closing in 50 days. So, you know, we've been hustling, grinding, and it's like the domino effect after the first one. You get the first one, and river floods after that, man.
that's crazy. So how did you find all these leads?
So pretty much a lot of networking, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of networking with other wholesalers, uh, events, Zillow, and it's crazy because you come across Zillow where there's sometimes there are other wholesalers deals, but they can't find the right buyers, or they like don't know how to properly market this. And luckily, like I've been building a crazy extensive buyer list with Kyle. He's up here in Rhode Island. Kyle Seavis, like top agent in Rhode Island, and we built a crazy extensive buyers list of over 1,300 investors. So pretty much what we do, we narrow it down, get some properties locked up on the contract, send them out to the buyers list, and then in pretty much like 48 hours, we'll have like at least offers rolling in, or at least interest in properties, which has been very good and a big amount to what's happening with the success over here.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yes,
So
sir.
the first two leads specifically, where did they come from?
Those leads came from other wholesalers, so those were like basically like JV deals in a sense.
Yeah,
Yep, and they just couldn't get the property sold. Um,
I love
I
JV
actually
deals.
I love it too. One of those properties, I showed it 5 times, 5 different times, and the buyer that ended up buying it didn't even want to see the property.
Wow,
Because I mean, I was there, like I had the pictures. Obviously, he saw pictures of the phone, but he was like, "Boom, just lock it up, let's go." I
that's
didn't even
what's
have to
up.
show it to him, you know. So I was like, I didn't even have to leave my house up in the car. You know, Rhode Island is cold, you know, but
And so how did you find the buyers?
a lot of Facebook.
Facebook.
A lot of
I
Facebook. I'll
love
be honest with
Facebook.
you. I love it too, dude. The Facebook groups. I'll be honest with you. I've probably been pulling 25 to 50 buyers weekly just off these Facebook groups.
Oh yeah, dude. Heck yeah, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So for those of for those of for those who don't know, how long have you been wholesaling and how did you find out about wholesaling leading up to this point?
So I initially started wholesaling. I'd be honest to say 2 years ago, um, and I just a lot of distractions. Young. I'm only
Hmm
25 now, so 2 years ago I'm 23. Um, but his name is Derek Haller. Um, Tony the closer. He was a part of his group, and I saw on Tony's Facebook he posted this guy who made a $50,000 check, and I was just like, whoa, what is that? So I contacted Derek through Instagram, and he luckily answered me back, replied. We ended up hopping on a phone call, like showing me what wholesale is and the things. But I was just like, uh, this seems like a lot harder than what it actually is. At first, like
Yeah.
pull a list, and you gotta like that's the route that he was taking, pull a list and X, Y, and Z, and I was just like, wow, working a full time job and doing this, I was like, and I held it off, and I was very inconsistent. And
hmm
that's like the main key. I want to express to people is being consistent, man, will take you places, and actually
Yep.
doing it on a daily to day basis, waking up, go to sleep, um, thinking 24/7 about real estate, and that's been a big key factor from where I was 2 years ago to going hardcore, like tunnel vision the last like 4 months, and just locking up two deals and closing it within a 2 week span was just crazy.
How many deals fell through before you got those two?
Countless. Um, I'll definitely say over a good two handfuls. Over a
Over
2 year
20?
span, over like 10, I would say over 2 years, man,
Okay, 10.
of
Yeah.
trying cold call and list after list, and
No, I
mind
mean
you, like,
contract signed and then canceled. That's what you
yeah,
mean. Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
And it's been a while, like almost like a let me give up journey. But like what happened was last spring, it was like don't give up. So I was trying to go get my real estate license for Rhode Island, and then um being able to be put into a position where you can just like I was like, why? And that's when I started meeting you. And it was like when I was like, dude, why would I get my license if I can essentially wholesale and if not, in my opinion, it's better. You
Yeah,
you make out a lot more
that's
as
right.
a wholesaler. A lot of you don't have to pay broker fees. You don't have to 70/30 split with your brokerage and everything, man. It's just 100% commission right to you, right into your
That's
bank
right.
account.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So, what would you say is the biggest piece of advice to somebody who's a beginner wholesaler who they're just starting out? They just seen it, they just seen somebody else, they just watched a Jerry Norton video and they're like, "Man, I want to do that." What do you got to say to
Uh,
them?
Two things. One, I would highly advise you to reach out to somebody who has been doing this and has the results. 110%. And like I run it's limitless off markets now. I run it out of Century 21. It's everyone should know what Century 21 is.
Hmm
But it's just I work under the top 10 agent that's in the United States. You know what I'm saying? So meeting people like you, when I met you and you like coach me, and Isaiah has tons and tons of great information. The Zillow script, I still use it. I still use it, and it's a killer. I'm gonna
I
be honest
updated
with
it
you.
too. I updated it a little bit too. I'll
I
give you
bet you
that.
did. I bet you did. But putting yourself around people that have the results. So every Monday I meet with Kyle Seabeth. And he's the top 10 agent, number one in Rhode Island, top 10 in the country, and just being in a room with him elevates you to a different mindset. Like you're talking about people that close over 500 houses a year. So like you're in a room with high level people. Being in a group chat with like Isaiah, you're in a room with people that are closers. People
Yeah.
that can show the results and still make it actually happen. You get what I'm saying? So, definitely reach out to people that are doing what you're doing, are where you see yourself, and can back it up with results. I've done a lot of reaching out to people, and they try to steer you in the right direction, but they haven't even closed the deal themselves. It's like, all right, so like the
Yeah.
blind's just leading the blind here.
Yeah.
So yeah, just definitely be I would definitely reach out if like you're in a state, reach out to one of the top agents in your area. They definitely know what off markets are. Everyone knows what off markets are, but reach out to the high levels, man.
So that's one thing. What was the other thing?
Um, you got to be 100%. You can't half-ass it at all. You cannot. You really can't take no days off. And that's 100%. And no matter what you got going on in your life, you just got to find a way to balance everything. That's what my loved one always says: work-life balance. You got to find out. Everything. You got 24 hours in a day. That's all I can say. Use them wisely. You know. And at the end of the day, there's no excuse for anything but. You got if you want to do something, you got to go 100%. If not, there's no room for anything there.
Are you breaking up a little bit? You can see me? You can hear me good?
I can still hear you.
All right.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All
Did you hear
right.
everything I said?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So was there any point in the journey from when you started the whole 2 years to when you got your deal? I know there was, but just kind of, or maybe there, I don't know. Tell me, was there moments where you're like questioning, is this for me? Should I give up? I don't know if I could do this.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I started trying to pick up Forex trading. I started buying
Yeah,
the books,
everybody does that, bro.
Um,
Everybody goes from
drop,
here to Forexing, Forex trading.
um, uh, drop shipping,
Yeah,
just even giving it up and like working, just going to 9 to 5. But then it's like, I know, not to hate on 9 to 5s, you can be a high level manager or whatever you want to be, but you're never truly free until you work for yourself, until you really start, sales and things of that nature. But
so describe that because a lot of people have that. They have like it's called shiny object syndrome. They see wholesaling, they're like they see the Jerry Norton videos, they see people making 50 grand in one deal, 30 days. They're like,
mm,
"Oh, I want to do that." And then they try and they're like, "This is hard." And then they see Forex trading, they're like, "Oh, I want to do that." And then they realize that's even more risky, way more risky. And
oh,
then
absolutely.
they go to drop shipping and it's like, "This takes a lot of money." And uh so what was it like when you were like having that shiny object syndrome? Why did you not go into it and what did it feel like, I guess?
Like into the other avenues other than wholesaling.
Yeah. Like so you had it,
Um,
you had the shiny object syndrome, but like you
yeah,
wanted it, but it's like you didn't go into it. Why not?
yeah. Forex definitely couldn't go into that because you're just wasting a bag trying to get a bag, and it's just a lot of people think it's going to happen overnight, and it doesn't. But that's the same thing with wholesaling. But
Right.
um, it's a lot of upfront investments, and some people aren't in those positions to like spend that type of money, and I'm going to be honest with you, like wholesaling is a very low cost startup,
No
you
money.
know, no
No,
money.
no money
You,
at
you don't need
all.
you don't need any money at all to start wholesaling. There's so many different avenues within wholesaling as you start to learn, creative deals and um sub two deals, X, Y, and Z. So it's like um drop shipping. None. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's they make it look good
Yeah,
on on the social media platforms and wherever they're doing it. They make it look good, And one thing I'm learning is like real estate, you can't fabricate.
that's right.
You can't fabricate real estate at all.
Yeah. And I feel like yeah, that is true. Everybody tries to make everything look good and social media is people portraying, only their best life or only the
Hmm.
highlights of their life. And what I try to do with my social media is I just try to be real. And with my
Exactly.
YouTube, and I think that's why so many people related to my YouTube is because they saw that I was just a normal dude. I'm like, dude,
Exactly.
I'm like, dude, I did it. I did it.
Hmm.
And I still try to keep that same energy on my Instagram. I got an Instagram now, on my Facebook and on my YouTube. It's like, this is what I'm doing. This is how I think.
Hmm.
It's real. It's real. It's
Absolutely.
not fancy, and I think people relate to that and they appreciate that more. I think that's how the world is going to transition to people who are like if I just had a bunch of money and it was just flexing all the time, nobody would really care unless I stood up for something. If I had like a purpose behind me or
Reason
I had
behind,
a why.
yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the foundation I'm building now. So, how do you think that coming across my YouTube channel and joining the Discord, how do you think that all helped you in your journey?
It definitely it's like put a fire under my ass. Definitely because you have other people in this group chat that are like it's doing exactly what you're doing, but like I said, like high level. Like there's people that perform, but then there's people that perform at a high level. There's people that do it, but there's people that actually do this. You know what I'm saying? So like
Hmm.
getting into your Discord is like, all right, like there's daily meetings and like you're around people that are actively doing this, actually have a business, you know, are actually producing results. And it's like you step into that, it's kind of like, oh man, like I'm stepping up to bat.
Yeah.
I'm stepping up to the plate. Like once I got into that office, it's like, oh man, like I'm stepping up into the big leagues now. Like you're around people that are actually performing and that you can't fall anything short.
Yeah.
It just makes you grind. I mean, that's just me speaking examples from who I am. Like it just made me want to grind harder and wanted to actually perform. You know, and that's kind of one thing I heard is like business is like a competitive sport. It's like every day you got to wake up, work hard, and outdo whoever's in your lane. Because we're all chasing the deals, but who's gonna get there first? The person that woke up at 8 o'clock or the person that woke up at 7 and sent them an email already. You get what I'm saying? So there's different levels into business and into real estate, and I love it. It's like I said, it's a competitive sport, man. You can't look at that anything less.
Yeah, being around a network of people who are like-minded and who are all
Hmm.
hungry. Not only that, but people who are just a few steps ahead of you to where you want to go. That's very, very, very important. I still do that. I still do that. I surround
Hmm.
myself. I pay for my mentor. I got a mentor right now. I paid him. You got to pay to play sometimes, but it'll be worth
Yep.
it. You got to know how to vet out
Hmm.
your mentors, vet out if they're real, if they're genuine, what's their history
100%.
and so my mentor, yeah, he's doing, six figures a year, multiple six figures, and he's teaching me how to do that, and he's helping me get to my first six figures. And yeah, that is very, very important. A lot of people talk about that.
Hmm.
Your network is your net worth.
100%. Absolutely. The five
So,
closest, you'll be the sixth.
so both your deals were free, right?
Yep.
They didn't come from lists. You
Buyer
bought
pays.
lists. You paid money for other things, but your
Oh
deals
yeah.
were free.
Yep. Yep. And that's something definitely Isaiah tries to stress 100%. And I do see the brighter side to that. I will say, um, when deals can just come to you in a sense, and then obviously like you have the free method, Zillow, Facebook. Um, I mean,
That's all you need.
even
That's all you need, bruh.
They
That's all
they
I
they're
use.
they're everywhere. They're everywhere. You just got to figure out how to find your resources. And like I said, JVing with a lot of wholesalers is nothing wrong with that. You're still gonna make a bag at the end of the day.
Hmm.
Um, Especially if you can close the deals. And that's kind of where I'm in the position. Is like you can bring me the deal and we'll get it closed. You know, um, and that's building up my buyers list, and that's one thing I would love to stress is definitely work on buyers. A lot of people deal chase, deal chase, deal chase, but once you lock it up, it's like where am I going to outsource? You got to at least have a couple good, strong buyers in your back pocket.
Hmm. And you pulled some of your buyers from PropStream. Well, how did you find the buyers for those two deals again?
Um, Facebook's, Facebook's man. I found a lot of my buyers through Facebook, and I just add them to my buyers list. Obviously, I reach out to them, let them know who I am, what I'm doing. Obviously, you're gonna get this type of send out. You
Yeah,
just don't randomly add people to your email send out, and they're just gonna be like, "What?"
yeah,
Reach out to them and I add them to my email list. I use a platform where we send out our emails. Um, I'm probably sending out right now, averagely, at least two properties a day to my buyers. That's right now.
that's
Things have
what's
been
up.
picking up. Yeah, things have been really, really picking up. Like I said, a lot of networking. Network with everybody that you can. Don't be shy. And that's one thing that I love about myself, where I stick out from other people. Is I'm not shy. Like I'll message you 100 times to get your response. You know, to where you block me. Like,
That's right. That's right.
I my goal is to get the job done. You know,
Hell yeah. So, how long before you think you're gonna quit your job?
I'm been in the talks, but um,
No pressure. I'm just
definitely. No, I know definitely. Like definitely get comfortable. Never like I don't know what the saying is. I know there's a certain saying, but just make sure you're ready before you jump off that deep end.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Me, I usually jump for me it's a pattern of like I usually jump when I just can't take no more. I don't know, it's just something in
Mhm.
me just snaps and I'm just like I can't deal with this anymore. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna go. That's
Absolutely.
um that's good, bro. You made your first two deals, 1 month,
hmm
7,500, then you got another one closing for 8,500.
hmm But like I said, it's like the domino effect, and it takes that consistency, doing it every day, putting
Right,
yourself in. You got to put yourself in the position. It's kind of like a sniper. I look at it like they're gonna convey the area as much as they can, and then put themselves in the right spot, the right time to get the right shot. You got to put yourself in that position to create these opportunities. You just can't go out there like a chicken with your head cut off and think you're gonna make something happen. You're not.
right.
You need direction, you need a plan, you need structure, and then you need the hustle.
So what about the people who are like they want to start, but they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do every day. Because I know I was there at one point. Like I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do today? Or like, where do I start? Or who do I call? And what do I say?
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to
No,
them?
absolutely. And I was there too. It's like you think you're running something, but you're really not. You're just you're being productive but getting nothing done. I would definitely say one, you got to reach out to the people that are actually doing it and producing the results. Um, you got to like more or less you got to keep building, you know, um, and fill up the pipeline as much as you possibly can. Um, like me personally, like I'll run through the whole 50 states of Zillow if I have to, you know,
Yep.
on a date. And like if you, I'm being honest, if you want to like do something and start creating action, and getting that ball rolling, it's like a hamster wheel. Um, I'll go through Zillow. Call
Mhm.
everybody, and in some states there's not that many. Some states it might be
What
like
do they
30,
say?
40.
What do they say when they call them on Zillow? They
Well,
call, they see the number. What do they do?
like the seller or what did the person do? Well, first of all, you need to get yourself a script.
Where do
A
they get
hundred
that
percent.
at?
The Discord.
That's right.
You gotta you gotta have a plan. When I was cold calling, I use a script for probably like 90% of my calls until you mastered it to where
Yeah,
you don't need the script anymore.
that's
Practice it
right.
in the mirror, but you gotta get structure. You gotta figure out, all right, this is step one. What am I gonna do? It's like getting into a car. You put your seatbelt on. You start the engine. You adjust your mirrors. You do all those steps. You do all those plans. It's the same thing with real estate. You got to figure out. All right, where's the seatbelt? All right, that's finding Isaiah's group, or that's out there finding a network event. There's tons of them, wholesaling events everywhere. You know, reach out to somebody that's doing and producing.
Hmm.
That's it. That's all I can say. And I reached out to Isaiah. I reached out to Kyle. And don't be shy. Put yourself in a position. You can't. Only you are gonna get the job done. That's it. And if you want it as bad as you think you want it, you're gonna get the job done.
That's right. That's right. Um, Ty Lopez talks about that. He talks about the dude who just so happened to be in, he talks about opportunities, like billion-dollar opportunities come from just
Hmm.
not being shy and just talking to people. And he was talking
Hmm.
about the dude who was in Mark Zuckerberg's dorm and he offered him like $1,000 or something, just have 10%
Yeah.
of the equity in Facebook, and like now he's like a billionaire or something just from
Hmm.
loaning $1,000, which is crazy.
That's it. Don't be shy. Take the opportunity. Put yourself in a position.
Yeah. So yeah, bro. Anything else you want to say before we end this?
Um, I'll definitely say if you're watching this, reach out to Isaiah. This is what is worth signing up for.
Appreciate
You can
that.
reach out to me as well. I'm sure I'll put information somewhere. But stay
Yeah,
dedicated, man. And just keep working, and soon it's like you're not gonna figure it out on the first run. It took me 2 years, really, realistically, to get to where I'm at. You know, being inconsistency, being unmindful, thinking, all right, I can just read this one book and it's gonna get me to where I need to be. Like, all right, obviously don't get what is it, analysis paralysis, and just reading
hmm
data and reading YouTube and doing everything. Like I've ran through Max Maxwell's YouTube up and down, and it's like I couldn't get it done. Like I couldn't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Reaching out to Derek, like and consistency again, and that's also being like myself with that, recognizing what your weaknesses are, are amazing to finding out. All right, how am I going to make myself better and actually get this done? And that's one big obstacle was being inconsistency, not showing up every day. Thinking, all right, I could just watch a couple YouTube videos, make 50 phone calls, and think the job's gonna get done. No KPIs. Set your KPIs. Um, I try to get at least three pending a week. I try to talk to 14 new buyers every week. I try to submit 2 offers every day. So it's like make sure you have a plan, create a structure around it, and attack it. You know, but you got to stay consistent. That's the number one. 7 days a week, we're at it. There's no days off.
That's right. That's 100% right, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, you
And
wanna
as I and you, oh no, I'm saying, but like you could speak upon it because when you first met, inconsistencies. You know,
yeah. KPIs are the most important thing. They let
yep,
you know what to do every day. That's the answer. Like if
yeah,
you don't know what to do every day, do your KPIs. 2 offers a day, 20 conversations, or whatever they are. Mine are three
hmm
offers, 20 conversations. I try to get one
and that's
contract a week.
I learned it from you.
Yeah, bro.
Set the KPIs, man.
So if you want to, you want me to like leave your Instagram, Facebook below, or
Yeah, yep. You can do that, and I'll put all that there. I'll send it to you.
all right. If y'all want to hit up Jeremiah, I'm gonna leave his info below. Y'all know
Yes,
what to
sir.
do. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. Let's go.
Definitely get that Discord, man. Definitely get the Discord if you're really ready to elevate and actually take action.
Hell yeah, appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace.
Peace.